A warm welcome to all of you to the day 3 of Wireless System Design Workshop. May you all stay safe and protected. May God be with you and your loved ones. With this short prayer, let's get started with the day 3. The day 3 has to offer you content on SMD Packages and Footprints, followed by PCB Basics and Design Rules check. You have already completed the electrical rules check on EE schema, and we have moved on ahead to the netlist generation. The netlist has to be now uploaded on the PCB tool of KiCad. So before we do that, let us understand some concepts about SMD packages. So what are we going to deal with now? So you are not unaware with these things. So here before you on this slide, I have taken it from the link below. You can see http fabmodules.com SMD packages. So here you can see the SOD, the packaging style SOD, where you can find SOD 962, which is the ultra small packaging style with a very small of the SOD type. The dimensions here are given in mm. So for the SOD 323, you can see 1.7 mm by 1.25 mm by 0.95 mm. So 1.7 mm is the length, 1.25 mm is the width, and 0.95 mm is the height of this device. So you get an idea of how small the device is, and it goes even smaller if you see the ultra small SOD 962. So the numbering here is also shown in the DSN 0603, where 06 stands for the dimension, which is the longer one. 03 stands for the width in mm, right? And you can see the height is also quite small. So you notice if that is the size that you're dealing with, and these are in mm. So how tiny these elements that you are handling, and mostly if you see these packages are surface mount meaning they are to be soldered on the surface of the track. So about the THT, the through hole components, you have already been dealing with the dual inline package style of the 555 timer, or many other components, the transistors that you have been using, the through hole packages. But now we are slowly exposing you to surface mount devices where you have the leads to be soldered on the same side of the board on the tracks which are going to be etched on the board. Here you see a lot of packaging styles, their acronyms, and so the SOIC is the mini small outline integrated circuit, the SOP small outline package. Then you have SOD, the spin-on dielectric, and many others which are there before you as I'm scrolling through this. So you're going to come across TO92, plastic encapsulated package with 3 leads, and so on. Many of them, lot of websites giving you a lot of information. And here you can see how dense these circuits are. You can see here the thin quad flat package, the pitch that is the distance between the leads ranging from 0.4 to 1 mm, how closely spaced they are. So then soldering becomes a problem. The track which connects the pins is also fine. You can understand what I'm talking about. You can see this before you. This is the IC microchip PIC IC 8T pin. You can imagine here the spacing between the leads here could range anywhere between 0.4 to 1 mm. So that means that these tracks, which you can see, I'm scrolling using my cursor. You can see the magnifying glass here. So these tracks should be, very fine. You can imagine 1 mm is so small, and now these tracks have to be thinner than that, so that they do not touch the neighboring pins. So you get an idea that when you're making a layout, you have to have an understanding of the packages that you are dealing with, what is available with you or you are procuring from the market, what is the packaging style, and that is given in the data sheet of the component. So here before you have the 3 pins: ultra small, very small, small, medium power, the SOT packages, and similarly the 4 or 5 pin packages. You can always figure that out, what they mean, from the data which is available on the internet, like I have done just now. But what I want to tell you is that these packages, the information about the package, these numbers that you see, SOT363, SOT1220, they have a meaning, and you need to take care of these when you go to the PCB layout. Alright, so this has to be taken care, and you can see a lot of them, and you notice that they are not through hole packages. That is to say that these pins are not long to get into the boards. They are not meant to be that way. They are to be soldered onto the surface on the same side, so the leads as well as the surface of the chip remain on the same side of the board. Alright. Similarly, you can see how these pins are not having their leads. Their leads are on the opposite side of the surface of the chip. So soldering is another problem. So this is definitely not meant to be soldered manually. You can notice. Alright, and get an idea, and you can browse through some more packages if you're interested. I've given you one just link here before you. Yeah, so here before you there are footprints of SOT 223, SOT 223M, SOT 223L. So you notice that it is the same SOT 223, but the difference could be in the pitch between the leads. So the low density, the medium density. So you'll have to check the data sheet of the components that you have procured as to what is the spacing between these pins. So this care has to be taken depending upon the components. So I mentioned about footprints. So what do I mean by a footprint? A footprint is a land pattern the arrangement of pads, mainly in surface mount technology, or it may be even for through hole technology. The LAN pattern on a circuit board should match the arrangement of the leads of the component. So here before you can see a footprint to the left. It is of QFP32 or SSOP32 32 pin dual inline package of 0.8 mm pitch. So the component has a packaging style, namely QFP32. So that is shown to the right, and its corresponding footprint that you are going to use on the PCB making tool of KiCad is on to the left, where you can see the footprint is the pattern, which is exact replica of what is going to happen when the board is going to be etched. So you're going to deal with footprints all depending upon the package style. So you need to check the component packaging style that you are going to use, and the footprint has to be accordingly selected while making the layout.